Welcome to the Ripple Effect podcast, where we highlight leaders, organizations, and change makers making meaningful impact in their communities. Through authentic conversations, we explore leadership, purpose, challenge, hope, and the ripple effect that happens when people commit to making a difference. We're your hosts, Brittany, Wayman, and
Traver,
and we are so glad that you're here.
Each episode invites you into real stories from people doing meaningful work in the world. People leading with courage, compassion, and vision in ways that often create impact far beyond what they can see. Whether you are a nonprofit leader, entrepreneur, community advocate, educator, or simply someone who wants to make a difference, this space is for you. So take a deep breath, lean in, and join us as we explore the power of everyday impact and the ripple effects that begin when people choose to show up for their communities. Let's dive in.
Awesome. We're so excited to have Christina Huffines from the Indy Hygiene Hub here with us today. Welcome, Christina.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me.
Yes, we're so excited you're here. We would love to jump in. Would you tell us a little bit about you and the heart behind your work?
Yeah, so my name is Christina Huffines. I run Indy Hygiene Hub. I am the CEO and founder. I started this about 13 years ago now, just being a family that was going to food pantries, and I realized you couldn't get hygiene products, or if you could, they was very limited. So I became one of those crazy couponers, and I was just stocking up, and I realized that if I need these items, so did other families. So I would post on pay it forward sites and meet people at the church or at the gas station and just give them a bag of hygiene products. And it kind of just kept growing and not stopped growing. 13 years later, here we are.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So tell us a little bit about just the start. Like, I've heard you, we both have heard your story a little bit, but tell us a little bit more about what that experience was like for you as a mom. You're trying to provide for your family, and what that couponing meant for you, what it did for you, and what it did for those others when you posted it on pay it forward sites, and how that helped create this ripple effect to help other people who may have been in similar situations as you.
So a couple of things. One, I was married for so long and I just wanted to fill a void. I didn't want to go chasing guys. I wanted to focus on myself. So it kind of took one thing and turned into an addiction. And I look back now as it was an addiction, but it wasn't a bad addiction. So for me, it was fun to get stuff free or cheap. But then I had done some, I didn't live a great past at different times. And so this, for me personally, was trying to make some wrongs right. And, and I know that God doesn't judge us for that and doesn't expect us to do that. But for me, in my mind, that's how I looked at it for so many years. And so I just wanted to try to do as many good things as I could. And I found a gap that there was. And so for me, I was like, I could be unique and different, and I can fill this gap, and I can try to help others. And then I would share my story, and then I'd get more people involved. And it was one thing after another, from helping a family to helping them to now they are volunteering and serving on my board.
Wow. That's incredible. That's awesome. Yeah. So thank you for sharing that.
That's awesome. I've obviously known your story. I was on the board at one point as well for... It wasn't Indy Hygiene Hub at that point, but what's something that, and so asking this question, I kind of know the answer, but having been connected with you for so long, but what's something that people often misunderstand about the work that you do?
I think everybody assumes it's a food pantry and just like everything else, but we're different. One, we don't do any food. We only do hygiene items, period packs, diapers and wipes. 2, we don't do income-based a lot. 3, everybody assumes that that food stamps pay for hygiene products, which they don't. And I don't know what number 1. Next one, we don't accept federal or state grants, because then they tell you who you can and can't help. We help a lot of immigrant families. We help those working class families that may make a little bit too much money to get help, but in reality, they don't make enough money. That was where I was at. I couldn't go to a lot of places to get help because I made too much money when I got child support. And so I wanted to be able to help anybody that was coming to us.
That's an important factor.
That's awesome.
That you're able to have some autonomy and agency with who you serve.
Yes.
By not accepting the federal grant money or the federal funds. So that way you're able to really blow the doors wide open and serve anybody that comes through. Yeah. And I thought your point was really interesting. I've heard you mention this before, that food stamps don't cover hygiene products, and so you're really meeting a huge need within the community. And I've heard you mention this before, and I would love for you to share a little bit more about it. The connection between mental health and hygiene.
Yeah. So it goes back to if you're not clean and you go to school and you get picked on, then what does that do to your self-esteem? What does that do to you being picked on and bullied? If you can't go to work because you smell, or if you do go to work and you smell, then your coworkers are talking about you. Or then it goes even further to if you can't provide clean diapers for your baby. What's that do to you as a mom? For me as a parent, it was, I am not sending my kids to school without being able to brush their teeth or have clean clothes, because then I could feel like a horrible mom. So there's so many different aspects of it, from a kid to a parent. And it just keeps affecting from jobs, from going to work, not going to work, from going to an interview, not going to an interview. And people don't realize that. I hear it all the time that they, even at Christmas time, we think about toys, we think about coats, we think about food, but nobody's thinking about the stuff that we all use every single day, multiple times throughout the day. And we don't talk about it.
I think that has a huge ripple effect on the community, right? Like you had mentioned that the diapers that you're providing, so you're providing a need for families with babies. You had mentioned the hygiene products. That's from birth to 99. Everybody uses hygiene products. You'd mentioned the period packs as well, so that is providing a ripple effect within the community for women that are having their cycles, and I know that you take those into schools as well too, so you're providing impact, the ripple effect within the school communities as well, so that way students, when they're in their school buildings, they have an opportunity to get a period pack if their period comes on, if they're like, we just don't have the funds to do this, so I'm going to grab this from the bathroom so I have something when I get home, or I have something over the weekend. What other ripple effects have you seen the Indy Hygiene Hub make within the community?
So I think the biggest thing that I enjoy doing is when I have my kids. So we are one of few nonprofits that allow kids of all ages come in, and so I always share with them and talk with our kids about, next time you go to school and there's a classmate sitting next to you and they may smell or have dirty clothes, it may not be because they're lazy. It's probably because their parents can't afford these products. And so then I encourage those kids to take some hygiene kits and have on you so you can give it to them. Because if we don't teach our kids, who is? Instead of teaching your kids to make fun of somebody else because they're lazy and they don't shower, that's not usually the case. And so I love to be able to educate our kids of all ages. I have a now 5, 10, 15-year-old grandkids. And so at birth, they was there. So they've always been around. They've always come.
I can attest to that.
This past weekend, I just had them, and so they were stocking shelves. And it's a great time to be able to educate our kids and talk to our kids about why we do what we do. And not all nonprofits or organizations that you go and help at do that education part. And so we try to make sure that anybody that walks in the doors, we're educating them of why we do what we do.
That's so good. I love the aspect of that students can serve, young people under 18 can serve and be a part of what's happening, and equipping them with language so that way they can take that back to the school, and equipping them with a pack, a kit that they can be like, hey, secretly or privately, help them out.
I appreciate the education piece as well. I know when you and I first, I don't even know how long we've known each other. A long time.
Yes.
And but I do remember when you were telling me about stuff, and I'm like, it was just like mind blown, but also like not in a good way, but in a just lack of knowledge way of just going, wow, I literally had no idea
Mm-hmm.
that, like you mentioned, people don't know that food stamps don't cover that. I was one of those.
Yep.
And so I remember thinking, wait, they don't. And when I tell people about that as well, the reaction of wait, they don't, and I think you told me you can get lobster,
Yeah.
but you can't get shampoo,
Right.
or some of those other necessary items, and that's an example that I still tell people to this day because it was such a mind opening experience for me when you told me that, and I'm just like, that makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Why? Why are you able to get something that you absolutely don't need, but you can't get something that you absolutely do?
Right.
And it's like, what?
Give them $10 to go to the Dollar Tree every month, and that would, help so much. You can take like, why do we need to buy pop and steaks? Now I love my pop and I love my steaks.
Right.
Absolutely.
Struggling, limit some of that and be able to give them $10, $15 to go to even to the Dollar Tree, because you can get a lot of stuff from Dollar Tree. We buy a lot of our stuff, name brand, Lady Speed Stick, Crest, okay, like you can buy all that at the Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I also loved how and still do the way that I know things are, the way that you get products are a little bit different. When I was involved, it was much more the extreme couponing,
Right.
and just the way that you did that, the way that you used your interest and your passion, and helped then educate, again, going back to the education piece, educating other people of how to coupon and the ways that they could do that for themselves. I have appreciated watching and being involved over the years in whatever capacity is the way that the advocacy, but the education and bringing people along so that they can do it for themselves.
Right.
And so seeing you and knowing that you're like, you guys are getting or have now a warehouse.
Yes.
And to know that we went from a closet
Yes.
that was so small and now to see where you are however many years later, and it's just so incredible to see. I love it. What does success look like for you in your organization beyond numbers or metrics?
For me, it's the smiles on faces. It's so volunteers being able to, like we have junior board members, we have interns come in, but it's seeing them learn from us and take it back to do something that they're passionate about. I'm all about teaching, as you know. I should have been a teacher.
Still time.
Yeah, I love being to see a family turn around and come in and start volunteering. So you're right. I don't look at the numbers. I don't look at how much money we have in the bank account, which is like nothing
and you've
right now.
never been that way.
No,
which is
because
awesome.
I want to see life change. I always say if I can, even all my hurt and all my stuff that I did in my past that wasn't right, but if I can share that with somebody and be able to help change somebody else's life, that is success for me. Being able to show that an at-risk teen that just because you make mistakes, I made a mistake, I have a record, but I didn't let that stop me or deter me from doing something good. I now run a successful nonprofit. And so if I can be able to show that to one other person, that is successful.
That's so good.
And to see your kids.
Yes.
I love your kids. I did not know I was going to get emotional.
Yeah, I was like, I see it.
But to see them get involved.
Yeah.
And to see them in the way that they want to be involved. They want to help you. They see the way that you have turned your life around. Because some of that was they saw previous you.
Yes.
And they've seen you now.
Yes.
And so just to be able to see them in a way come full circle.
Yeah.
And they're doing things that they're passionate about, and moving into ways that they are gifted is because of You.
We went, Anthony is my middle child, firstborn. I know it's confusing. But he's got to see a lot of the trauma and hurt that I've experienced by guys and even my own family. And so he's a true mama's boy. And he has really he at some point has helped me take care of Savannah at different times when Savannah's dad wasn't around. And so he's got to see it all. And now to this day, like he does anything he can to help take care of me. Ironically, he's leaving his job, going to start a new job with me at this tech company.
Yeah,
so how
nice.
cool is it after all these years we are going to be working together? So
that's awesome.
But just to see how he didn't go to college and he's taught himself everything. Wow. And he's so very smart. Successful. And I mean, all my kids are successful in some kind of leadership role. And we could have went a whole different path. Like the way I was upbringing with drug addict, alcoholic family, parents, dad that was a drug dealer, me going down that wrong path. But the moment that I decided that enough is enough, my kids are not going to live this life.
Yeah.
And now to see where they're at, that right there is success. That is
that's right.
Because if I didn't fight so hard to get to where I'm at, they would have been so different.
Yeah.
I mean,
been another statistic.
And you're providing a space for that to happen for other families.
Yes.
And that is so cool to see that it's earlier, as Brittany and I were talking, the term generational curses came up. And whether that term fits or not, I think the concept is there. That we don't have to stay in our past. We don't have to stay within not just our own past, but the past of our families.
Right.
We can come out of that, and you're providing a space for that to happen for other families, which is
and
amazing.
I love to talk about it. I hate talking about my past, and I hate talking about people. But I love talking about my story because I feel like if you don't have any hope and you don't think that, things can change, you have to listen to my story because it is proof every day. Even this last year, I listen to motivational speakers all the time, and I always think, oh, well, now you're doing great, and you have all this money, and you have a perfect marriage. That's not me. I still struggle. I still single. I still just last year went through breast cancer. But you know what? I keep fighting. And so not all of us end up with this perfect, happy life. Some of us still struggle, but I keep fighting. And I keep getting up, and that's because I'm not going to let my kids fail. And so I can't give up now.
Yeah.
So powerful.
I'm going to jump in for one more.
Keep going. Keep going.
You mentioned breast cancer, and I know you struggle with lupus as well.
Yeah.
And with all of the other things and challenges that have come up over the years, as you've done this passion, and this has been, for most of those 13 years, this has been your side gig. It really, because you didn't get paid for many years.
Right.
How do you sustain, or how have you sustained yourself while doing the meaningful work, meaningful but demanding work?
So up until about this time last year, I worked a full-time job, sometimes a full-time and a part-time job, plus the pantry stuff. Last year I started getting part-time pay from the pantry. Then my health hit, and then I could not work for 6 months. And so I was blessed to have different friends, family, the church that would help pay rent, help pay some of my bills. January 1st, I decided that I can't keep going like that. So I was going full-time. We was going to make the decision to pay me full-time. So that's what we did. Now, it's not paying off so well because we don't have the money coming in. So I've recently started working in a part-time job just to make ends meet. But it's also been supporters. It's been people, coming in and buying me groceries, or, thankfully it's just me, and Savannah helps pay some bills, and but it's just doing what I have to do to make ends meet. I'm still struggling, but I can't let that stop me because money is money, and if I need food, somebody's going to help feed me at the end of the day. If I need, to take time off, like I will be in August for another surgery, I'll be off for a couple months. You know what? I don't know how it's going to happen, but God always provides.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing I've learned this whole 13 years is He always provides, even though I'll be at the stress and at the end of my rope, but He provides. So I just try not to stress about tomorrow and know that it's going to come.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's always interesting how, like, sometimes, He makes a way when we don't think there's a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes a way out of no way.
Like I keep questioning. We just went to this warehouse. Like, what am I doing? Why did I do this? But we had no other choice. There was too many things that was coming up. That now is the time that we had to move. We was running out of space. I had things in garages. I had things in barns.
Mm-hmm.
We had these people that kept wanting to make large donations of pallets. I had to so.
Yeah.
Was it the right time, right choice? I don't know, but God just pushed me to find the perfect warehouse, because when we look at that warehouse, it was, you had to look at the money, you had to look at the location for our families. Since we're state based, we have families that come from all over the state. We need to be close to the interstate. We need to have a perfect setup to do our drive-through pantry. And so there was so many things that we had to line up, and I just knew that if all those things lined up, then it was the time to sign that lease, and it did.
Mm-hmm.
How we're going to pay rent next month, I don't know, but He's going to provide.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
now I've never been to a point where we've been struggling with my personal finances and the pantry finances. So this is a new one for me. So usually I stress over one or the other, and the other one keeps me going. But you know what? It's fine, because I'm still doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and it's still going to work out one way or another.
Mm-hmm. Two questions here. Personally, what gives you hope right now? And then second part, where do you hope to see Indy Hygiene Hub in the next few years?
So hope for me, gosh, I'm alive.
Yeah.
Honestly, I get up every day. I've been feeling good physically for the past month, which how I don't know, because I've done more work in the last month than I have in a year. But somehow I have all this energy lately, and I'm going to go with it until I can't. Where I want to see us as the pantry, we already need another double the space that we're in. I've realized as we start getting everything set up that we're already out of space. So I need double the space. But I also want to do more the community resource hub that I want to have. I want to do more of that. Like, we started doing monthly free haircuts, not just at the back to school bash. We want to do more classes. Somebody just recommended us do with kids who have disabilities, do some free hygiene classes, teaching proper hygiene. I want to do more of that. I want to do more of my talks and telling my story. So I want to be able to grow that.
Yeah. Love that. Okay. I have a connection, maybe, for you. Okay. So we'll talk offline.
This question might be in some ways rhetorical, but why is partnership or community important for the work that you do?
Because we can't do it alone. We can do it alone, but why keep recreating the wheel if we can just partner together to do one thing? Everybody knows that I want to help everybody in the state, so we are state-based. But I can't keep doing micro pantries because I can't be everywhere at once. So this last year we decided to partner with other organizations and send our kits out into the state. And that has led us to now partner with DCS. And with our partnership with DCS, we are in all 92 counties now.
So good.
Wow.
So
good.
You have to have community and partnership. Like DCS, they can't do what they do all alone. They need to get stuff from us. They need to get stuff from food pantries. But same with, I can't recreate my pantry in every county. I mean, I can, but I don't have enough time or energy to do that. So being able to partner with other organizations that are already serving our communities, why do I need to bring all those families up to me? if I can send my kids out to them and then they can serve those families.
Mhm.
And so we don't need to keep doing what other people are already doing. We need to work together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
You had mentioned, you're like, right now, this is like the first time in 13 years where you're like, I've struggled with my personal finances and the pantry's finances. You've got a brand new warehouse, you are serving 92 counties, so you are statewide. So, for the people who are listening today, how could they support, collaborate, have a partnership? What does that look like to support you, support the Indy Hygiene Hub, whether it's financially, with resources, partnership, collaboration? Talk to us about that.
So, in anything from sharing on social media some of our posts just to get the word out, sharing that we even exist, is huge for me. Being a monthly donor, we have people who donate $5 a month. I have found, ironically, that most of our funding comes from our monthly donors,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not the people who have money. It's the people who can only donate $5 a month.
Mm-hmm.
It takes $25 a month to supply a family with all the resources. That includes diapers.
Mm-hmm.
So $25 a month is not a lot when you think about it. With all the stuff that we provide.
Yeah.
So becoming a monthly donor, coming to some of our fundraising events, just sharing what we do is huge for us.
Mm-hmm.
Educating people that we exist is huge. Write those big checks.
Yeah.
I would love
Absolutely.
this year we're trying to focus on corporate sponsorships. It is so hard as a grassroots organization, and I know a lot of my other nonprofit friends can relate to this. If you're not a national organization, you can't get Huggies or P&G to donate large semi trucks because they want to donate to the national organizations.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a small business and you have soap or shampoo, donate that.
Mm-hmm.
But we just got a large truckload of laundry sheets, and it's all because it was a misprint. They was going to have to toss them, so we got them. So it's like things like that. Educate, letting people know that we do exist, so that instead of throwing that truckload away, donate it to us.
Mm-hmm.
We need more of those partnerships. But I say monthly donors is probably huge. Come serve on our board because we're getting ready to come up to a new board year.
Okay.
And we need new board members. We're looking at 5 to 7, which seems like a lot, but we have got to grow our team because we are a working board. We're not just a board that you can throw me some money, but I don't need a board that is just going to throw us some money because that doesn't get us anywhere. It helps that one time, but it doesn't get us to the next year. And so having a working board of people who can share what we do, I've been sharing with the same people for 13 years. So I need new people to come in and join our team that can share to their network and then their network and keep going. Because that's how we're going to grow and last another year.
Yeah. Is there so what I'm hearing you say, monthly donors would be huge.
Yes.
That would be such a great game changer for you guys to have monthly donors. People, if they have hygiene products that they use, whether it's a individual, a hotel, anything like that manufactures it, that would be a great collaboration partnership for you as well. Sharing, liking, social media posts, making warm introductions would be huge for you as well, to just help get your name out there for folks. Do you have anything coming up that we should know about, that we could support, that people could attend to learn a little bit more about the Indy Hygiene Hub?
Yeah, so we always have our monthly pantry day, which is the third Saturday of every month. That's where our families can come and get the products that they need. I tell everybody, if you're only going to come and check us out one time, come on our pantry day because you get to see the reward and the effects of what we do and how families get excited about this. So coming to check us out on a monthly pantry, coming to volunteer any day, that we have open, just to learn more about what we do. We have our Back to School Bash coming up July 18th. That is where I kind of put my long-term vision into one place. We are offering free vaccines. We do free haircuts. We have other vendors giving out resources. this year is so exciting. We are going to be doing free dental cleanings and exams.
Wow.
Yeah. So
huge.
Safari Dental is coming in and
That's awesome.
providing those services for free.
Great deal.
So,
That's
That
great.
is so cool.
I'll be taking over the church. They don't know it yet. But,
your secret's safe with us.
so yeah, I gotta find room for that. But so that's new this year. I'm hoping to do some more medical free testings in the future. Partnering up with the other organizations. But my ultimate goal and vision is always to have a community center of all these resources in one place. Because right now our families go to this location, they go to that location to get all their needs met. We do free, family photos. Like some of our families have never had a haircut. Some of our families have never had an extra family photo that's not taken on an iPhone, like our cell phones. Thankfully, we have cell phones and we can capture those moments these days. But still,
it's not the same.
Everybody deserves to have a good photo.
And so even partners, collaborators with, physical wellness, whether it's like medical doctor's office, dental, maybe even eye doctors, anything like that is a potential opportunity.
Yes.
And then with your board, is there a particular expertise that you're looking for with those 5 to 7 people?
Yeah, especially since it's an active working board.
So diversity is always huge for us. Grants like to see that, and plus we serve such a diverse community, so bringing in some more diversity every year. I'm trying to learn how I can serve our families the best, from changing all of our forms to different languages to changing our products to different hairstyles. So diversity helps with educating. I'm always trying to learn for that. Finance, anybody for fundraising is a huge gap that we have. Legal, having an attorney on our team, and we've had people from here and there that has helped with some legal experiences, but to have that on our board would be huge.
Sure. Okay, that's good. I hope y'all hear that out there.
Yes.
Finance, development, fundraising would be huge. An attorney would be a huge help. People that are connected and
anybody that has a good following will be huge, because then they can share and I mean, it doesn't take much to share a post. And so if you have a huge, social influence, that would be huge too.
It's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What's one small action that anybody listening can take today to create a ripple effect in their own community?
I think when you go back and you want to help the homeless, or you want to help, at Christmas time, remember that hygiene is not talked about. Hygiene products is not talked about. It's not given out. So just know that there's such a huge gap in our everyday with hygiene products. To be able to share that and educate others on that, it would be, I say, by far more meaningful than anything you can do.
Do you have anything on your website or on socials that can help someone who maybe has not stepped into this conversation around educating people around hygiene? Do you have any resources that are on your website or on social media that people could check out?
Not so much. There is some, but it's very basic. We are working on doing more educational, like videos, and I'm so excited about this. We have now a lobby where our families come back to do in-person shopping at our new warehouse. And one of the things I did with our kids section is I made coloring pages with our logo and everything, but it's educate our kids about hygiene. And so we are working on making that better and more educational for our families and people that just want to learn more.
Love that.
That's cool.
So cool. Well, as we get ready to wrap up, tell the listeners where they can find you, where your warehouse is, where can they connect with you on social media, whether that's you personally or Indy Hygiene Hub, email, website, share all that with us.
Yeah, so all of our socials are at Indy Hygiene Hub. Our website is indyhygienehub.org. My email is either info@indyhygienehub.org or Christina@indyhygienehub.org. Phone number 317-316-7058. I don't care. Everybody can have my phone number.
I was like, girl, you giving everybody your phone number? That's a brave move.
Hey, there's a button you can block and delete. So, but I would like, the most accessible I am to people, the easier it is for people to find me. And so, but yeah, we have all the social medias, website, our address, 5958 West 71st Street, Indianapolis. It's right off 465 and 71st Street. Can't miss us. We're behind the McDonald's, a gas station. So nice. I walk to the gas station every time I'm there.
Oh.
So that's convenient to have. Yeah.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Well, we are so thankful that
Yeah.
you took some time to share your story, your personal story, which led to you creating and founding such an amazing organization and a resource within Central Indiana and the whole state of Indiana.
Yeah.
You have impacted 92 counties. And so, when you think about the impact that has, the ripple effect that has over generations upon generations is huge. So, you guys listening out there, please be sure to check out Christina Huffines at the Indy Hygiene Hub. Tap in with her, whether you want to serve with your time, your treasure, your talent, or your testimony. So, thank you again, Christina, for being here.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks.
Awesome.